What do you at, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Lycos, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the fastest ways to level up in Dying Light the Beast. I'm going to give you a bunch of tips in this video to allow you to level up faster while you're playing the game, and at the end I'm going to show you a couple of exploits that will give you a ton of XP as well, but they are very boring. In my opinion, the best way to level up in Dying Light the Beast is simply to do the missions. So the main missions will give you a ton of XP, and the side missions are pretty good as well. I think it's awesome that they made it so that the missions in the game give you a ton of XP, so you don't feel like you need to farm specific enemies over and over again or use an exploit. Now, to maximize your XP while you're playing, you might want to get this suit of armor here that you can get at the town hall. Doing things at night, like going through dark zones, will give you double XP. But of course, it is quite a bit more dangerous to do things at night, and if you're playing on survival mode, you will lose XP when you die. Now, if you're playing on story mode, you won't lose any XP when you die, and there is an exploit that you can do where if you know you're going to die, you can go to the menu, change the difficulty, and then when you die, you won't lose any XP. I would definitely not recommend farming just regular zombies because they don't give you much XP at all. Now let's talk about a couple of exploits that you can use to level up quickly. Now the first one is definitely boring, but it is a good method to use if you want to like partially AFK while you're hitting a couple of buttons and maybe watching a YouTube video on the side. In a building in this location right here, you will find a safe. And when you interact with that safe, you'll get a little bit of XP, and you can actually spam this over and over again to continually get more and more XP. And the next exploit is in this location right here. This one can actually be a little bit nerve-wracking at some points. What you need to do is you need to go there at night, get a Volatile's attention, and then run into this location and crawl through this little section here. The Volatiles won't be able to get you in here, and then you can continuously farm them over and over again. Personally, I would much rather just play the game and go through the missions, because you do get a ton of XP that way, and then you're actually playing the game. But I will say, as far as the Volatile exploit goes, I did do that one for a little bit of time, but mostly to get valuables and money. You can get a lot of money from looting these bodies and a ton of valuables that you can sell for even more money. So it's not a terrible idea to farm this one for a little while, maybe get a level or two, and a ton of money, which would be very useful, especially for buying resources. Now, I hope you all got some useful information out of this video. If you did, it would be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay where you're at, and I'll come where you're to. Later, everyone.